Oh my master.
Promise you won't get me killed.
Wait for me.
Doctor!
Because of the black hole, one end of the ship, time, is moving faster.
What are you doing to them?
Curing them.
Step away from those doors, you'll bring them back.
This was a good place once, but this ship is old. Everything is dying. We must evolve to survive.
Doctor Who, the finale begins on BBC One.
Hi guys, Joshua Lowy here, another episode of my thoughts on Doctor Who Series 10, Episode 11. Hang on, hang on, where the hell's my phone? Just in case I get the title right. What is it? It was a long one. World, Enough and Time. Strange title. But yeah, holy shit. This episode, man. Once again, going to be full of spoilers, but for non-spoilery things. Oh my god, this episode, man. It's one of my favourite ones. Before that was Oxygen and stuff, but oh. This is it. This is what I love about Doctor Who. It has everything. It has the science fiction stuff. It has the action. It has the horror. It has the... I won't say it has horror. It has the... you know what I mean? It just has everything that I fell in love with Doctor Who to start with. And the plot twists and all that. Hell fucking yes. But we'll just go into the thing now. Actually, god damn, this camera thing's... hang on. There we go. That feels right. Alright. So the opening of this episode was funny and then turned to oh my god very fast. And it has like... okay, the first thing we see is the Doctor landing on a snowy planet or like somewhere on Earth in the North Pole. It's not on Earth, it's another planet, but we'll get into that later. And he lands and then he starts to regenerate and it's like... okay, this is a flashback story. The Doctor dies at the end. Well, spoilers. In the first few seconds, that's great, and then it just cuts to the opening, and then we see Missy walk out the TARDIS and doing what the Doctor would do, but calling herself Doctor Who, which I find funny because back when Doctor Who was created in the 60s, when the end credits came up, it would say like Doctor Who and not the Doctor. So it's nice that they referenced that because the bills are like, why are you calling yourself Doctor Who? It's just the Doctor. And Missy's like, well, you know, that's his real name. He started out calling himself Doctor Who, but then shortened it because he sounded too pretentious or whatever, so we just called him the Doctor. But otherwise, his real name is Doctor Who, which is a complete laugh. I mean, Doctor Who. I think it's a meta joke anyway, especially seeing that he was called Doctor Who and everyone back then used to call him, oh, that guy, Doctor Who, he's good, right? And not the Doctor, so I thought that was pretty funny. And yeah, just Missy was a laugh and cool, just cool. And like, you know, she's trying to do this thing the Doctor does. The Doctor's like talking to her for an earpiece. They have the interactions between the Doctor and Missy's interactions with Nardole and Bill are great. She's being a bitch, but a nice bitch. Figure it this way, it's the friend that likes to wind people up and not try and murder them. That kind of friend, whatever friend you think I was talking about. So yeah, they meet this alien and he starts freaking out like, they're coming for me, they're coming up here, why? One of you has to be human, which one of you is human? And then the Doctor has to get involved and Bill's like, okay, it's me. And then like the Doctor's trying to calm the guy down because he looks like he's going to pull the trigger. And we're like, okay, we know what's going to happen here. The Doctor's going to talk this guy down. He's a blue guy, by the way, the same one we saw in Oxygen episode 5. And he's trying to talk him down. And we're like, okay, yeah, we know what's going to happen. He's going to talk him down. He's going to say everything's alright. He's going to keep Bill alive. And then like nothing bad will happen. And then bang. He shoots Bill, and there's a big, massive hole in her. And it's not an android, it's not a life model decoy or whatever. It's Bill. It is really Bill. And she has a hole in her now. And then she falls on the ground, dead. And that was the moment where I was thinking, holy fuck! Does this mean Bill's not coming back for the next series? I don't know. It's all new cast. So yeah, right away, beginning of the episode. Okay, the Doctor looks like regenerates and dies. Well, Capaldi's Doctor does anyway. And now we see Bill getting shot and killed by this guy. And then these people in white come out, not angels or anything. They're just like they look like hospital patients. But when they walk through, I turn to my brother and I'm like, okay, they're not even trying to be silly no more. I know who those things are. And he's like, really? Like, I made a lot of predictions in the episode when I was talking to my bro. I was like, okay, oh, I know who that is. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if it was this guy? And then, like, by the episode, I was like, I swear to God, that was a pure guess. I mean, I don't want to say the episode was predictable, but in some points it could be. But except from, like, the point where they shoot Bill. That was unforeseen. But as for, like, the villains, we all knew the Cybermen were going to be involved. We all know the Master was going to be involved. We didn't know how they would be introduced, but when I first saw these things, like, oh, yeah. So yeah, those guys in white are basically just half Cybermen. More or less. Well, in the process of becoming Cybermen, we'll get into that later. So they take Bill's body away to repair it. And then, like, it jumps between... Because Bill comes back to life, and she has a big metal heart thing. She has an Iron Man, Tony Stark moment when he realizes he's got something on his chest. And instead of an arc reactor, she has, like, a battery thing in it. We don't really see what it looks like underneath her shirt or whatever. But that's what that made me think of when I saw it. So that was her Iron Man moment. And hey, so Iron Man right now is a woman, so therefore... Full circle. Only difference is the one in the comic books doesn't have a big chest arc reactor thing in her chest, and Bill does. So it doesn't come full circle. But you know what? The Iron Man parallels are there. Just saying. And yeah, then it comes back and forth between the Doctor's crew and Bill hanging out with this guy. I forget his name, but you know, I know his real name or real name. You know whatever. And Bill runs into this guy, who's, at first you see him, he's like, oh, he's threatening, but then he's like, oh, very nice. He's cool, he's sweet, he's all that, he's just trying to protect Bill and all that. And then, like, I just turned to my bro and like, wouldn't it be funny if it turned out that, okay, I'll be upset if he turns out to be evil, or turns out to die at the end. Okay, option 1 didn't happen, option 2 never happened. Then also when I was saying that, I was like, then later on the episode, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, the Master was this guy in disguise? And then we get to the scene later on in the episode where he interacts with Missy, and I was like... And Duncan, my bro was just like, you son of a bitch, you predicted this. And I'm like, I swear to God, I was just guessing. And then, like, okay, we'll get into that in a minute. But the cuts between them, I want to say that the Bill scenes are fine. They are cool and fun. I mean... Well, not fun, it's kind of depressing actually, because okay, Bill has really gone through the ringer. She's the companion that has the most shit that happens to her. I mean, again, we have the other companions that had shit happen to them, but not like this, I don't think. I mean, she's been killed twice. I mean, okay, Clara, I guess you could say Clara has been killed more times, but... And she died, and she's also dead. But... I just think more terrible things have happened to Bill. I mean, the person she had a thing with, Heather or whatever her name was from the pilot, episode 1. Yeah, it turned out she loses her in the first episode. Fuck, what else happened to her? She was seeing lots of death and all that. She gets attacked often, and basically dooms the world at one point by handing over to the space monks. She dies in oxygen and then comes back. Well, she dies. And now again she's got a big massive hole in her chest, and she's dead. And by the end of the episode, holy shit, I feel more sorry for her than any other companion. I might have to watch all the rest of the Doctor Who series again to see which one had it bad, but right now, oh, I think Bill had it the worst. Poor girl. And, you know, Nordell has some pretty funny moments and all that, but, you know, he's otherwise just there. And then obviously it all comes together in the final few minutes where it's like, oh, now this is where I came from. Especially like, because they're on this ship, right? And they're trying to get away from this black hole from reverse. But in like, at the front of the ship, the time goes slower. But in the back of the ship, time runs faster. So Bill's been down at the bottom where she's been hanging out with this guy for basically years. I want to say 10 years. And while the Doctor has been in the front of the ship for apparently 10 minutes. So yeah, that was fun. It was very fascinating, very cool, and that's the kind of logic I want to see, okay? So they finally go into the elevator to go down and get her. Missy goes in the computers to try and figure out what this ship is all about and where all these life forms came from. Then she finds out that the people on this ship are not from Earth, because that's what she was thinking. Turns out they were from the twin planet of Earth, Mondas. And at that point, the Doctor and Nardole run into a Mondasian Cybermen from 10th Planet. And I was like, yes, I love that design, because Bill is handed over to the people that convert people into something to do with Project Exodus. And it's basically sold out. Then the guy meets Missy, talks to her for a bit, and he's like, you know, you don't remember this, do you? You don't remember being here? And Missy's like, get kind of annoyed with him, like, look, if you don't shut up, I'm going to have to force to kill you, and I'm really trying not to do that anymore, okay? And then, like, he brings that gun, like, you're getting soft, or whatever he says, and he says, well, neither am I. Then he throws the gun away. And he's like, do you like disguises? Because I sure like disguises. Especially when you're interacting with someone who was previously the Prime Minister, then takes off the mask and it's John Sims' master. And I was like, yes! I swear to God, that was a prediction. So yes, predictable, but jokingly predictable. Like, I was just joking when I said that, hey, wouldn't it be funny if this guy turned out to actually be the master in disguise? Oh my God, I was right. And then like when the Cybermen come, when the Mondasian Cyberman comes out, I was like, oh, that's Bill. Oh, that's Bill. And then it's like, but I am Bill Potts. And they're using the original Cyberman voice when they first appeared. It was kind of like, I can't describe like how exactly it sounds, but it's the original Cyberman voice. And Bill is one of the first to be converted into it. One of the first, fully anyway. So yeah, and then like Missy walks in the room, and then the Master walks in the room, and he has kind of like a Roger Delgado look on him right now, because he's got the beard, he's kind of got the outfit. I mean, it's not fully, but it's like, that's what it reminds me of, and I'm pretty sure it reminds everyone else of that. If you didn't see it, go back to the episode and pause the moment where he first enters the room with the Doctor, and you can see the look. It's like popping out and everything. So yeah, and then like so Cyber Bill basically is just like, I waited for you, and then the tears run off her face. So her emotions are still intact, even though the new headband thing for the Cybermen is supposed to like just get rid of all those emotions or temper it or whatever. And yeah, then the episode ends and it's like, holy shit, that is well. And now and then the next time Sheila comes up, the title right here, it's The Doctor Falls. Like, that's the episode I knew for a long time. And in the trailer, because see, what I was thinking, like, the Master was going to be, like, the main bad guy of the whole thing, but it looks like he's actually, by the looks of the trailer anyway, maybe later on in the episode maybe, but he looks like he's helping out the Doctor and Missy, teaming up, and Missy's probably going to have to make a choice. Does she go back to being her old self, or does she stay with the Doctor? Anything can happen, but I'm kind of thinking, like, well, she's obviously going to stay with the Doctor and throw away this Master guy. Because here's my thinking now, because I thought about it today. Anyway, it's Sunday right now when I'm filming this. I don't know when it's being uploaded. Probably, hopefully Sunday. But I'd be very upset if it turns out I upload this on Monday or Friday or whatever. But I'm thinking like when at the end of time, when the Master pushes the Time Lords back into the Time War. What if he didn't go back to Gallifrey with them? What if he was sent to this ship and was recovering there? Then he counters Bill. He has to wear in disguise so he doesn't like get noticed or anything, and then he runs into Bill, the Doctor, Nardole, and his future self, and then he starts to remember. Wait. He does say that he remembers. I can't exactly. I think it's the past version. He's before. Oh my god, this is hurting me about the time travel. This is before he becomes Missy, but he made it sound like he was after Missy. Well, no, he said it was he's worried about his future, though, so it has to be his past version. So I was confusing myself. So it is his future. Missy is his future self. So that and he regenerates. I'm guessing like he regenerates after, and that's why Missy can't remember the events because something happens during this adventure with the Master. He regenerates and possibly loses his memory of the entire event, and then goes to Earth. Well, or goes to Heaven. The whole Death in Heaven story arc from Series 8, and that's when he yeah. And maybe he doesn't know where Gallifrey is because he wasn't fucking there at the end of it. He only thought he was because he didn't fucking remember. That would actually be a good plot twist and kind of redeem the reason why the Doctor couldn't find Gallifrey again. I mean, he did find that again at the end of Series 9, but he's not going for it anymore. Kind of a waste. But cool episode. Fucking love it. Cannot wait for next episode. I'm pretty sure I'm missing out some other key points, like what I haven't seen the episode. I'm trying to make these shorter though. We're already 6 minutes, 16 minutes in already. Probably going to be 17 or 15, whatever. Doesn't matter. Go watch the episodes on BBC iPlayer. Oh, I didn't display the DVD this time. Oh well, time for a change. So yeah, BBC iPlayer. Probably not on Netflix, but I still recommend watching the episodes on Netflix. Series 8 should be on there right now, so you can go watch how Capaldi came to be. And yeah, pick up Series 10 Part 1 to see the previous 6 episodes, the first 6 episodes, and then go on from there from BBC iPlayer or whatever, or just wait for the DVD of Part 2 coming out next month on July or whatever. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? So yeah. Before I ramble on even further about how excited I am for the next episode and how much I love this episode, post a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about this episode if you've seen it. Can you not wait for the series finale? What do you want to happen into it? Do you want Missy to become good? Do you want Missy to become bad? Do you want Missy to die? Do you think Missy should stay as a companion? Do you think Missy should take over for the Doctor if the Doctor dies? But it wouldn't be called Doctor Who anymore, it would be called the Master. And if you want me to pass anything else, let me know down below as well. Leave a like and of course, subscribe to me. I'm Josh Alawi, good day or good night. Take care. So that, you know. And also there's like this black bird following Nardole now. Following Nardole interacts with the most. And it talks. I was in the zone today.